We're on page 3 now. We're supposed to graph these both over here and solve the system by finding the point where the two graphs intersect. And if you plug in 0 for x and solve for y, you get -5 for y there, -5 for y. So the y-intercept is right here. And then if you plug in 0 for y and solve for x, -15 divided by -2, -15 divided by -2 would be +7.5, which is usually a problem, except that notice this grid is arranged that it does have halves nicely marked. So 7.5 for the x-intercept. Now, to get from here to here without a ruler, that's a little bit of a tricky business. So you probably want to take this and figure out what the slope is so you know how to jump boxes going from here to there. So if we rewrite this down here, -2x plus 3y equals -15. And solve it for y, so it's in y-intercept form. I would add 2x to both sides, and I'd have -3y equals plus 2x minus 15. And then I divide everything by 3. And now I've got y equals +2/3 x minus 7.5. I'm sorry, not, yeah. Did I do something wrong? Divide by 3, 15, no, 5, not 7. Sorry, didn't get much sleep last night. 15 divided by 3, 5. Duh. Okay, so the slope is 2/3. So starting right here, I go up 2 over 3, 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 and here's some reassurance we're landing on that x-intercept. Up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. So there's that graph. And then the other graph, plug in 0 for x, and it's going to say minus y equals 7, so the y-intercept would be a -7 down here. And plug in 0 for y and solve for x, you get +7, which is right here, really close to that other x-intercept. But if we're going up 7 and over 7, the slope is 7/7, or 1 over 1. So we can start here and just go up 1 over 1 repeatedly until we see where the two graphs precisely intersect, and it's right here, isn't it? Right here. There's the important part, and that's at 6, 6, and -1. 6, -1. That's the solution. If you want to check that, take this, plug in 6 for x and -1 for y, and see if it really comes out -15, and also 6 for x and -1 for y there, and see that that comes out to be 7. Well, what is this? This is -12 plus -3 does add up to -15, and 6 take away -7 becomes 6 plus 7, so that convinces us that this work was correct. Decimal notation is what we call the ordinary way we write numbers. So we want to shift this out of scientific notation to like the usual style of writing a number. I'm going to very lightly put a decimal point there where it's starting, and then the -3 exponent tells us how to move the decimal point. Negative exponent means move it to the left. I'll move it to the left 3 places. So there's 1 move, and 2 moves, and 3 moves, so I need 2 0 placeholders there. And now, just to make sure my answer is not misunderstood, I'm going to write it again without all this fuzzy stuff there. So point and 2 0 placeholders, and then the 5, 6. So there it is. And what is this number really? That's tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths. So it's 56 10,000ths. And 14. This is what you just did on quiz number 8, right? Find the equation of the line through these 2 points. So step 1 is compute the slope. So I do 53 minus 25. Whoop, there I go again. Got to get more sleep. 53 minus 25, y values on the top. And since I decided to go that way with the y's, I am now forced to go the same way with the x's. 12 take away 5. 12 take away 5 on the bottom. And 53 take away 25, that's 28. And 12 take away 5 is 7. And that reduces to a nice whole number 4. Well, I can write my partial answer, right? Y equals 4x plus b. I want to find the value for b. So either I plug in these numbers or I plug in these numbers. It don't matter. I'm going to use these numbers. I'm going to use 53 equals 4 times 12 plus b. Just make sure you remember the 12 is the x, the 53 is the replacement for the y. So I have 53 equals 48 plus b. If I take away 48 from both sides, that leaves b standing alone. That'll be 5. So now I put this together with this and say, hello world, here is my answer. Y equals 4x plus 5. And if I want to check that, it's easy enough. Plug in a 5 for x. What do you get? 4 times 5 is 20 plus 5. You get the y value that you're supposed to, 25. And then do the same thing, so because it has to work for both points. Plug in the 12. 4 times 12 is 48. 48 plus 5, 53. So it's all doing what it's supposed to do. That's correct. That's the end of page 3.